All right, good afternoon. Welcome back into this channel. Today is 5th April 2025. Like as we all know, every week I always come here to analyze one or two pairs where I always share my bias on why I'm trading this pair, if it has reached a massive support, massive resistance, or an area of confluence where I can be entering or exiting the trend. So this channel is very much where I come to share my journey, share how I see the market, my perception concerning a particular pair, and why I'm trading that. It's not only the pair I'm trading, I always have some backings, which is maybe the fundamental catalyst or what I see in or perceive in the market in general. So today, like as we all know, last week I think I analyzed gold, I analyzed USD CHF, analyzed USD GPY, and I say USD CHF is very much bearish, looking from the higher time frame, and again based on the proposed tariff laws that Donald Trump wanted to implement, which was before I made the video, and now he has made it, and it has been confirmed. If you go to my former analysis and see those my levels that I called and where I intend to sell or buy, if you see, these reciprocal tariffs have already made it come to fruition, because whenever things like that occur, they are the major catalyst of the market. That's why fundamentals is, you should use your technical as a gatekeeping. I don't know how each and every of you trade, but for me, I use the fundamental as the main driver, while the technical I use it as a gatekeeping. For instance, if let's say last week I saw USDJPY and USDCHF resting just inside a range, and that range happens to be a resistance level that have been broken from the higher time frame, I noticed that since it's there, two things can happen. It's either it bounces off and retrace back, or it just breaks it and change the trend. However, I noticed that there is news coming on, which is the reciprocal tariff laws and the NFP news. That's why I said this pair is very much going to tank. And lo and behold, today, if you check USD CHF, if you check USD JPY, it's very much tanking, and it will continue going down till it gets to this level. These levels, I analyzed it and I've mapped it out following the multiple time frame analysis from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame. It's very much easy. Is you being able to know when to enter before, know when to go out of the trend before entering. This is what happens if you learn properly, get the proper education in trading. It's not just about money. This is a career. This is people actually study this in high institution. There are people that study trading and portfolio management. That's why trading is not a get rich quick scheme. It's a skill that requires time to always know. It's just like before you able to, and you have to know what actually moves the market. Those are things you should not look out, you should not throw out of your box. There are things you should look out for. There are things that move the market before your fundamental, before anything will happen in your trend line or anything. There is something that will take place before that thing happens. So it's very much easy. So today I'm analyzing just I think I will take USD JPY because of a fundamental news, a potential news that is actually going to tell me if it's okay to go. I'm going to look into gold and Euro USD. So stick to it and stick to the end of it, and I will see you on the inside. So let's go. All right, welcome here. And this is, like I said, we're going to be starting with USD JPY. And based on my analysis, if you want to see I go about plotting out these levels, just start from the onset where I made it, and this is very much a kind of recap on my bias on this. I'm very much bearish. I'm having a longer bearish bias, as you can see. But first is I have to discuss how I go about how I got this entry and why I want to trade this. So as you can see here, the market did lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and it got here. This level moved the market up to the upside, and however it didn't continue. The bullish trend didn't continue. It broke below it. This is a daily time frame. It broke below it, and now this is what is happening. Is now trading below this level, telling you that this level, this level that moved it up, this 100% retracement that moved this pair up, has been taken out. However, it's still very much testing it on the 4-hour chart, and I have a reason why I'm bearish on this pair. Not just because of my analysis says so, but because of I saw a very nice fundamental that confirms that yes, this pair is very much bearish to a particular level. And if I should go to the 4-hour time frame, this is where I pick my entries. As you can see, like I said, this moved the market up. However, it's crashed it down further because of the trade imbalance and impending trade war, tariffs, reciprocal tariffs, and everything that Donald Trump has been doing all this while. And again, since this was 100% retracement that moved this market up, the market came here. What happened was it broke below it, did some kind of cluster, made a kind of range, a little nasty range below it, and tested up. I think this up is very much coming to make a new low, which is a new higher low. So for me to enter this trend is very much simple. I will have to enter once I see a 4-hour candle close below this point, below this level. This is where I want to be entering. I want to see a 4-hour candle close here, and I will start selling. My overall TP is this, and my stop loss is very much going to be resting here. It's very easy. Why? Now this, I've already analyzed this, and I have a reason, because as you can see, the pair is very, you don't need someone to tell you that this is a bearish trend. Whenever we start going bullish is if I should see, let's say, the market start trading above here, maybe trade above here, then Monday or next week we'll see start texting below above this level, then I will know that is bullish to here. But however, it's not bullish anytime soon. This pair is very much bearish. If I should go to the fundamental array where I get my fundamental news, as you can see, this is where I get some of my, let me just read a little bit of it. First, they recommend shorting USDJPY at 146.40 with a target of 135, down from previous target of 145, and a stop loss at 1. This is very much hedge fund. This is what hedge funds are saying. As you can see, we made this yen expected to rally 7% against the dollar amid US recession risk. So this analysis is from where? Japanese yen. This is from Morgan Stanley. So Morgan Stanley is an investment firm. However, it doesn't mean that the analysis is always correct, but at least if the analysis is saying what your technical is saying, automatically you're correct. You have to make sure that before you make that move, you have something that is backing it up. For me, this move, I've already mapped it before I saw that news, and however, I know that this pair is very much going to still crash to the downside. That is if what is happening here gets taken out, then I'm waiting for a bearish movement to the downside. It's as easy as that. Again, if I should go to which pair, I said, as you can see, this is my RRR 454. That's my RRR. And if I should go to which pair again, let me go to gold. Yeah, why I say gold is I'm going to be bullish on gold. It's easy. On the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, is making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. However, it came down here to pick some buy orders. This happened during the NFP news, and we all know gold, whenever anything happens, any major move in the market happens, it reflects on the price of gold, because gold, we all know, it's a value, a value where as is an asset storing value. I will use that word, where World Banks tends to store their value with gold, countries store their value with gold, and all this one. So on a daily time frame, as you can see on a daily time frame, this is a higher high, higher low, higher high, and it has come to make a low. So for me to start and buying gold, I will have to see a 4-hour candle close above this minor, very minor resistance. When I will start shorting gold is when I see a 4-hour candle close trading below this level, then I'll know that okay, when it's coming here, then it's either trying to get to this downside. But however, it's not going to happen, because since if gold breaks out, it doesn't always trade down, it's always goes up whenever it breaks out of a level. And this was the turning point. So this turning point, if I'm trading this pair, that's why my overall target is here. I have to be very careful of this turning point. This is where gold has not been here. This is the first time gold is trading to this point, and this is where gold the movement stopped. This is where it got to this point, and there's this guy here, this resistance made it to go down. So on a 4-hour time frame, as you can see, I want to see a 4-hour candle close above here. Once I see a 4-hour candle close above here, this is where I'm going to be buying. My overall target is this, because since this is a 100% retracement that's turned this trend to the downside, it's something to be taken careful for. So my RRR is 3.91. this is the overall target, and this, whenever I enter here, my stop loss is very much going to be here. It's as simple as that. And this is it for these two pair. If you want to know how I go about trading them, I think you should go watch my previous analysis on them. It's very much self-explanatory how I go about plotting these levels. These levels have been here for some weeks now. I don't remove them. Whenever I plot my levels, I allow them and follow them how I plan to trade them. Like gold, I'm very much bullish. My long-term bias on it is bullish. And USDJPY and USDCHF, I have a bearish long-term bias on them, because they USDCHF and USDJPY have a very positive correlation, while gold, AUD, Euro USD and GBPUSD has a positive correlation. These are things you should know, but you can tend to know this over time. You don't just have a leap on it. It takes some time to actually gain that knowledge. So again, is like this pair, Euro USD, I'm very much bullish on it. I don't need to speak further. I'm waiting for some entry positions here. I want to see a 4-hour candle close here, telling me that okay, this trend is about to turn, it's no more going down, and I will enter and move. This is my overall target. It's as easy as that. So this is it. You know what to do: like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and as we all grow and progress, it won't take time. I will make sure where I'm going to be creating a kind of forum where my followers will be there, give their own bias on a particular pair, and it's as simple as that. So see you on the next one, and you know what to do. All right, thank you for sticking through the end of that brief analysis. It's very much if you understand the market, first is get your fundamentals straight, get your technical straight, then knowing when to enter, most especially knowing where you should leave a particular trend. These things are very easy. This is how you go about scaling up, let's say, capital of $100 or $80 or $200. Please take your time and understand the market. It's, when you see people posting screenshots, posting their trading view and all those things doesn't mean profitability. Profitability is not how much you make, it's how much you get to keep at the end of the day. So if you follow how I trade, which I guarantee if you watch it through, you will see it's actually a very nice way of trading, because you don't want something that is going to keep you fidgeted every time. You don't want, you are in church, you're checking your trading view, you're checking your MT5 in your toilet and everything. Trading is an investment vehicle. It's something that's actually, when you know it, then you put your capital, you just empower your capital and allow the market to do the heavy lifting for you. You sitting in front of your screen from morning till night doesn't mean your capital can move the market. You've already placed your bet. In fact, that's one of the easiest way of blowing your accounts, because the moment you're in there, you're stuck into your screen, this is where you start seeing setups that are actually not there. That's why before you go into a trade, you have to be sure you want to trade this. You have to have a directional bias for that day or for that week. Say, okay, this week I'm swinging this position bullish. All I'm looking for is for buy opportunities. Let's say this week I'm looking for bearish opportunities. All I'm looking for should be sell opportunities. You don't need to, every day, today you're selling, tomorrow you're buying. At the end of the day, you make money today, tomorrow you lose it, because this is what day trading leads to. You make money today, maybe when the market is trending, and tomorrow it might be making pullbacks on a bullish trend, then you lose that money. Tomorrow you come again, you buy again. Like, it's going to be like a roller coaster. At the end of the day, you see that your P&L is not reflecting your efforts and your struggles. So I hope you enjoy my presentation, and over time I'll always want to make more interesting content and make it more lively and make it more encouraging, because we are still very much starting. That's why I need your support. Always like, comment, follow and share. It's very easy. These are free things you should do. Just subscribe to the channel, so that every week, every weekend, whenever I come here and I make any post, you're going to see it and you're going to watch it and understand why I'm seeing that particular move and why I'm going to trade that setup. Like I said, USDJPY bearish, gold bullish, Euro USD is bullish on a massive. I'm talking from the higher perspective, not the trading. These moves, if I should enter them, if they materialize, I'm going to be holding them for a week or two. So this is it for today, and we'll see you next week. And you know what to do: like, subscribe and share to your friend. I will see you next time. Bye. Peace.